Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and we have Earl Eues here, who's the Director of Terrebonne Parish Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. Earl, you got some new numbers for us on COVID?
Yeah, the good news is our numbers are starting to go down. So it looks like we're on the downhill portion of what they call this fifth wave. So, just today we have about 30,261 total cases within the parish. Our deaths have gone up a little bit. I reported this at the council meeting on Monday. Just in February, since the first of the year, we've had about 26 deaths, which is surprising that we've had that many deaths from COVID. The average age is about 70, and the majority of those are unvaccinated and probably have some comorbidities with them. But those numbers are a lot higher than what we was experiencing before the first of the year. But and we're still seeing a lot of people going to get testing, which is available throughout the parish, and people are starting to use a lot of these over-the-counter tests.
Sure. And I think I guess you can order some through the United States. To the president, I think, has sent out some that are starting to come in the mail right about now.
That's correct. That's correct. So, it's good that households will have this availability to do some testing within their homes. But the only other thing is we don't know how many of those are positive. Mm-hmm. So there's not a place or a number you call if you have a positive result regarding those take-home tests. But it's still a good way that if you're positive that you can stay home and quarantine yourself for the recommended CDC recommendation. Right now it's 5 days that you isolate yourself, and then the additional 5 days you can go out, but you have to wear a mask as you go out. The other is the quarantine, that if say someone in your household has tested positive for COVID, you would you could go to work or school or wherever you need to go, but you have to wear a mask for 10 days. That's the CDC recommendation. So, but like I said, we're all seeing a decrease in those numbers, which is good for us, especially since we're coming upon Mardi Gras, when we'll have a lot of get-togethers, a lot of people, being close, especially like at the parades and everything. So it's good to see that the numbers are coming down on that aspect. We have had a small increase in the number of people getting vaccinated, but Terrebonne Parish is still at about 42%. Which is we're pretty much last between all the other parishes in our region.
Now, is that 42%, with the initial, I guess, 2 doses, or does that mean with the booster?
That's completed. That's completed your 2 doses. You had your first shot or your second shot, or you may have taken the Johnson & Johnson where you had only 1 shot. So it does not include booster numbers. So, in the parish right now, we have about 54,257 people that have taken at least 1 shot. Mm-hmm. And we have about 47,740 people that have taken both shots. The issue there is you have about 7,000 people that have not received their second shot if they were supposed to get a second shot. So it's important, right now 71% of the people in the hospital are unvaccinated, and that's across the state. And so, it's important that people consider getting vaccinated, especially now before the Mardi Gras parade start, if you're going to be in those crowds. They are still giving us reinfection rates, and these are people that are vaccinated or had COVID before and they're getting it again. Those numbers are decreasing. Today we had a number of 17 that were reinfected. So they started giving us those numbers throughout the whole, since COVID started back in March of 2020. We've had about 1,493 people that have had it twice within the parish. So it's not a lot of people, given the population we have here. And then the good thing about this week is our percent positivity went down 5.5%. So we're presently at 21.8%, which is good. And I think that's going to continue to go down over the next couple of weeks. Hospitalizations are down within Terrebonne Parish. We were averaging about 36 hospitalizations a day. We're about at half of that now at 18. So, we've taken that downturn on that fifth wave, and hopefully we'll continue that. There is some concern about another variant of Omicron, but it looks like it's not as virulent, as Delta was. So we're still probably going to be getting people that test positive for COVID, even with this new variant.
Yeah, and it's anybody's guess as to when that next variant's going to be. Hopefully they continue to get less and less deadly.
Yeah, this strain is a variant of the Omicron. It's not the next variant, like we went from Delta to Omicron, and so hopefully we won't get a new strain, and we can put this thing to rest. But it may be a little while before we do that.
All right, we got a few seconds left. If you could tell us about some updated FEMA numbers, if you have.
Sure. FEMA has paid out about $200 million to individual assistance in the parish. At the present time, we have 1,485 families in travel trailers through the state program. FEMA has about 250 people or families in trailers right now. So that program is ongoing. And the Disaster Recovery Center that's located on East Park Recreation Center will be closing. The last day will be Friday, February 25th.
All right. Well, thanks again, Earl, for coming here and giving us an update. We appreciate it. All right, stay tuned for more right here on HTV.